I'm your man, Jay Muscle, and this is another session of Speak Yo Game. And I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Oh, you were supposed to come on live after the Tampa Bay game, after they lost. Yeah, you did want to come on. Hey, look, I had some technical difficulties. I got people trying to shut me down. Hey, but I'm back. Hey, and I'm going to bring you something sweet this week. I'll get into that here in a minute. And you know it is the end of week 5. So you know I have muscles, monsters of the NFL week 5. You got to figure out who the top 5 is. It was different players. It was a wild week. I got a couple games I want to talk about. Plus Thursday's games coming up. I'm going to talk about that. And, I love football. I love football. But compared to basketball, it's the mistress. Football is the mistress. Basketball is the number one love. So that means if I had a choice to watch football or basketball, I'm going to choose basketball every single time. And the NBA is coming close because we're in October. And I'm going to tell you how soon the season's going to start too. And I'm also going to tell you a little bit about how I see a couple things falling out in the NBA. But this is Speak Your Game. I'm Jay Muscle. If you like the show, hit a like on that. Hey, if you even like it more, hit a subscribe. I like to shout out to my Apex Sports family, Total Apex Sports family. I'm sorry. Shout out to them. If you have never checked out Total Apex Sports, please check us out. We have a lot of articles, a lot of different subjects that we have a lot of different subjects. We have a lot of wonderful writers that write about. Give us a check out. Total Apex Sports. You can even check me out, Jay Muscle. I write plenty of sports articles on there also. But we're going to get into Speak Your Game. And the game I want to talk about first is Jets versus the Vikings. Man, check this out. All this hype before the Jets played. Oh, they're going to do this. Oh, they have that. The defense is going to. Aaron Rodgers is going to come in. I hate to be the bad guy to say it, but this is what happens when you go with the want to win right now situation. Yeah, want to win right now. They didn't want to go through the heartache and pain of maybe developing a young quarterback. No, they wanted to win right now. So this is where they're at. Like what, 2-3 or something like that? Aaron Rodgers looking terrible. He's 40. He's not going to be the same Aaron Rodgers of Green Bay. Everybody's got to get that out of their mind right now. Is he an elite quarterback? Yes. Future Hall of Fame? Maybe. Has he won a Super Bowl? Yes. But is it the same Aaron Rodgers? No. Yes, he's bringing that quarterback IQ to the Jets, but it's not the same Aaron Rodgers. Y'all see it. I see it. Everybody else sees it. Let's be honest about it, because here at Speak Your Game, nobody's safe. Nobody's exempt. Not even Aaron Rodgers, even with his greatness. Looking bad on the Jets. And it's all the way around bad. Y'all see they fired the head coach, which the defensive coordinator is going to step up. Shout out to him. Hey, maybe he can turn the team around and they can play like everybody was predicting. I don't think so, but hey, what's my opinion? I just watch football every Sunday, every time it comes on. I've been watching it for almost 40 years. Hey, what do I know? They ain't going to make it. I'm going to say it now. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets aren't even going to make it to the playoffs. Hey, if you don't like it, come find me, Jay Muscle. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, X. You can find me anywhere. I'm going to tell you now, Jets fans, don't get happy and think about the playoffs. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Don't go through the heartache of them not making it. I'm telling you now, the Jets aren't going to make it. Period. Now, Sam Darnold, the Minnesota Vikings, 5-0, still walking into week 6. And everybody that passed on Sam Darnold, y'all better call him, text him, send him a social media comment and say y'all was wrong. Because he's balling. Now, did he perform really well in this last game? Nah. But he's building. And Minnesota Vikings are stomping. And you know what happens when a team starts hitting that 5-0, 6-0, 7-0. Those teams automatically start thinking playoffs because we're hot right now. Now, could they go ahead and lose the rest of these games in the season? Yeah, it's possible. It's quite possible because anything can happen on any given Sunday. You can win or lose. But honestly, ask yourselves, does it look like the Vikings are planning on slowing down anytime soon? Barring a injury to one of the key players? I don't think so. Viking fans, stand up, holler, do y'all thing, because y'all balling right now, and nobody going to stop the Vikings yet. They 5-0. Maybe next week somebody can knock them off, but right now they're 5-0. Next game I want to talk about is another 5-0 team. The other 5-0 team. The only other 5-0 team in the NFL right now. And we all know it's the Kansas City Chiefs. And here's the thing about the Kansas City Chiefs, because they played the Saints, and the Saints have been high-powered all season. Derek Carr's been showing out. Alvin Kamara's been, doing his thing. The defense has been stepping up. You saw what they did to Dallas. You saw what they did in week 1. New Orleans is trying to trend up and get back to being a problem to be dealt with. But now they got a little bump up. Derek Carr's out with a glute injury. Now he's out. Now they got a replacement quarterback. Lucky for Tampa Bay fans, they played New Orleans Saints this week. So, Tampa, all y'all got to do, go in there, play y'all's game. They got an all right quarterback, defense, pound them, hit them, get them nervous, let them make mistakes, and we can win the game. I'm going to say that now. Get that quarterback to make mistakes. Pressure him the same way we've been doing for the past 2 games, and we got an easy win, Tampa. I'm telling y'all now. But I'm not talking about that right now. The Kansas City Chiefs haven't looked to their top tier. They've been winning games. They find a way to win. That's the Kansas City Chief way. Man gets hurt, next man up. We find a way to win. Coach Andy Reid, shout out to you. He'll go in the lab, pull up a play from 1984 Rose Bowl and implement it into how things run now. And next thing you know, Patrick Mahomes is wowing everybody with this spectacular play. That is Andy Reid for you. Another thing. The Chiefs have had a problem with their run game. They bring Kareem Hunt in, who used to play there, got in trouble with a little incident, and got sent out. He spent his time, let's say he spent his time in the wilderness, and he came back to the Chiefs. And he pulled off 27 carries, 102 yards, 1 TD, and it fit well. Juju Smith-Schuster came in. He had like 130 yards receiving, something like that. The Chiefs are finding a way to win, and also will tell you, hey, we ain't playing the best. Patrick Mahomes will let you know, hey, we are not playing the best. I made a lot of mistakes out there. Patrick Mahomes didn't even throw a touchdown pass this game. And they still won. Chiefs still won. Think about that. Let that marinate for a minute. The Patrick Mahomes, star quarterback for the Chiefs, did not throw a touchdown against the New Orleans Saints and still won the game. He did still throw for like 331 yards, and he threw an interception. And they still found a way to win. So teams like the Cowboys, take note. They do not go with excuses in Kansas City. They find a way to win. And just like last year, we all saw it. Mid-season, they did not look like a Super Bowl championship team. Their defense was subject to the run. The offense wasn't really working that well. It was like a lot of the games were coming down to like the last possession or the last quarter. The Chiefs find a way to win. And unless something significant happens to a key player on that team, they're going to the Super Bowl. And unless if they're not playing a very highly powered, highly punch you in the mouth team at the Super Bowl, we're going to see the Kansas City Chiefs win another Super Bowl 3 in a row. And ain't nothing nobody's going to be able to do nothing about it. Shout out to the Chiefs. Hey, keep winning. Keep winning. This last game I want to talk about. As you see, I'm in my Ravens gear. And the Ravens versus the Bengals. You know, this was a really good game, back and forth, but the Ravens just dominated. The defense of the Bengals could not stop the offense of the Ravens at all. At all. I don't think anyone. I don't think you'll say it was just a good game, and you'll say the offense is really, really starting to click with the Baltimore Ravens. And I've been telling y'all, once Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry get that flow together in that backfield, the league is in trouble. Kansas City, y'all better pay real attention to this Baltimore Ravens team. Derrick Henry carried the ball 12 times, 92 yards, 1 TD. Lamar Jackson, 348 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 12 carries, 55 yards rushing, 119 passer rating, 4 TDs, no interceptions. He balled out. And the Bengals offense didn't play weak. They didn't play soft by any means. I mean, Joe Burrow, 30 for 39. 9 incompletions, 392 yards, 5 TDs, or something like that. One interception, 137 passing rating, and still took an L. You'll say, hey, some things got to get worked out, or the Bengals going to get left behind, man. We are in week 5. We are in week 5 going into week 6. Week 8 is right around the corner, and we're going to be reaching the halfway point of this NFL season. And a lot of these top teams that are predicted to get into the playoffs and make an impact and stop the Chiefs aren't looking good coming close to this mid-season of the season. So the Bengals are one of those teams. And the Ravens seem to just keep every game you get to see the Ravens implement a little bit more of the run game and the pass game. It's a perfect mix of run game, pass game, run game, pass game. And constantly the defense is on, it is. And then if you do pick the run play and have everything covered and try to cover Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson could just keep the ball and shoot the other way. Now he ran for like 40 yards. I mean, I'm gonna tell y'all now. I'm gonna say it now. The game, if the Baltimore Ravens and the Chiefs play in the AFC Championship, it's going to be one of the best games we are going to witness in the NFL during the playoffs. I'm gonna say it now. I'm gonna go out on a limb. If it's Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson battling to go to the Super Bowl in an AFC Championship conference championship game, wow, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, but that's far off. That is far off. If you have an issue with anything I say on this session of Speak Your Game, leave a comment. You can leave a comment here at YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, anywhere. I just want to hear what you got to say, because all I do is speak the truth. That's it. And I hold everybody accountable for their actions on the field, or the court, no matter what sport it is, the ring, anything like that. I'm gonna hold you accountable. Simple as that. But we're gonna get into week 5 of the NFL Muscles Monsters. Yes, the top 5 of Muscles Monsters of week 5. Yes, we've been through this 5 weeks, and it's going good. It's going real good. And coming in at number 5 in this week's Muscles Monsters is Juju Smith-Schuster, wide receiver of the Kansas City Chiefs. Like I said, he had 7 catches, 130 yards. Hey, he played, showed up, showed out. Number 5. Hey, I don't want to hear nothing. This is my top 5. Hey, if you don't like it, come holler at me. Hey, we can discuss it. But this is my top 5. Muscles, Monsters, top 5. That's mine. But coming in at number 4, Tank Bigsby. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Running back for the Jaguars. 13 carries, 101 yards, 2 TDs. Hey, he held it down, pulled in a win for the Jaguars this week. Shout out to you, Bigsby. Hope to hear from you again. Y'all a little shaky there in Jacksonville. Coming in at number 3. Now these top 3, it was hard to come up with these top 3, because these three guys, they balled out, and just proper placement of them was really hard. But coming in at number 3, Drake London, wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons. They whooped us, but you gotta give credit when credit's due. 12 catches, 154 yards, 1 TD. I mean, the man was out there picking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense apart. Shout out to Drake London. Keep doing your thing, young wide receiver. I hope he stays healthy, because he's got a lot of talent. Yeah, and that's coming from the rivalry side of recognizing good players. Coming in at number 2, I went back and forth with this, and he's made it again onto the list again. And it ain't because he's a guy I watch all the time. I mean, he shows up and shows out every game. And that's the guy, hey, I'll give it Lamar Jackson at number 2. 348 passing yards, 4 TDs, 12 carries, 55 yards rushing, 119 passing rating. But this is where it got dicey. He had a QBR of 59. So, at number 1, I didn't think I was gonna be. I didn't think I was gonna ever have to do this, but hey, first time for everything. It's first time for everything. Kirk Cousins, quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons, number one, 509 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 TD, 114 passer rating, and a 79.9 QBR. I mean, he balled out even when it didn't look like it was. It wasn't a good. It wasn't an easy win for the Atlanta Falcons. But let's put it like that. They was behind. So you're saying some of the game, and they had to work for this win. So, hey, shout out for the Atlanta Falcons for putting it in. Shout out to Kirk Cousins for hushing up the critics because they was questioning him about his play the last game. Hey, any given Sunday, you can win or lose. The NFL, hey, I love it. Thursday, we got a good game coming up. Niners versus Seahawks. Niners coming off a loss against the Cardinals that they should have won. Yes, Christian McCaffrey still ain't gonna make it onto the field. I don't think he's gonna be. They say he's not gonna be eligible till like week 6. Seahawks are coming off a loss against the Giants. The Giants. It's just always so up and down with the Seahawks. Like one game they'll be perfect, and the next game they ain't looking so good. Geno Smith, hey, veteran quarterback, been in the league for a while. He's completing 71% of his passes. That's doing really good in the NFL. Hopefully they could get it together. The Seahawks is 3-2. Niners is 2-3. Thursday night, hey, they're gonna hash it out. We're gonna see what happens. If you have any comments about this session of Speak Your Game, feel free to leave a comment, hit that like button, even subscribe. Hey, I just want to hear from the fans, see about what you think, because the NBA season's coming up. And for those that know me, know I am a Laker fan. Could we win the championship? Hey, anything could happen. Anything can happen. LeBron James and his son Bronny are playing together. Hey, this is a magical moment that we're all living in history. So, could they get a championship together, father-son championship? Hey, anything can happen, but I'm not going to get my hopes up because the West is stacked. I mean, NBA season starts October 22nd. A lot of movement, a lot of big names in different places. Klay Thompson, Dallas Maverick, with Luka and Kyrie. Big three. I'm gonna say it now. It's gonna be they're going to be deadly as long as they stay healthy. Deadly situation. Karl Anthony Towns went to New York. Julius Randle goes to Minnesota. My opinion only. I think that was a bad move on Minnesota. I mean, yeah, a bad move for New York, but possibly good for Minnesota because I say this because Anthony Edwards is developing very, very fast. Very, very fast. And seeing him as a star is real close. And him getting to a NBA Finals, if you ask him, he's going to say yeah. He's going to say yeah because he's got that competitor in him. They got Josh McDaniels there in Minnesota. They added Julius Randle. Julius Randle might bring an aspect, if he stays healthy, to the team that maybe Karl Anthony Towns wasn't bringing. You know what I'm saying? You never know. I don't think it was a good move. Now, Karl Anthony Towns could go to New York and ball out. I could be wrong. But he is like him and Anthony Davis. They're always up and down. There's no consistency. It's always up and down. One game, they could drop a bomb on you, 40, 20, and 10, something, you know what I'm saying? Triple-double, something like that. It's just always up and down with these big guys, but we'll see. More movement in the NBA. Chris Paul goes to San Antonio with Wemby, and I'm gonna tell y'all now that Chris Paul, as long as he can stay healthy, that his basketball IQ with a young, phenomenal star like that, hey, I'm gonna be watching every game with them, because, like I said, as long as Chris Paul stay healthy, command that offense, and we've already seen how Wemby can be. Ooh. Paul George to the 76ers. How's that going to work out? Joel Embiid come back? Can he come back and be more spectacular and play more, get more than 62, 65 games? I mean, it's a lot. Ja Morant is coming back. He's back. He had a season-ending surgery last season. He's back. The Grizzlies have picked up big guy Eden, I do believe. Man, the NBA is about to go crazy. And I'm going to let y'all know now. I'm going to tune in. You can tune in tomorrow. Speak your game. And I'm going to give you my top 5 of the West and top 5 for the East teams that I feel are going to make that deep run into the playoffs and have everybody's jaws dropping. But that's tomorrow. Today, I talked about the past games of week 5. NBA's coming up. But I want to leave y'all with this right here before you're saying food for thought before we leave. You know, I watch anime. And there's one show that brought me to anime, and I'm going to admit it now, and that's Dragon Ball. But the things going on that Dragon Ball is doing, it's getting under my skin. Like, so what I want to say to that company right now is, man, stop playing around. Go ahead and make those the magmas that y'all got and everybody's waiting for. We don't want these little bitty Gokus and Vegetas running around and stuff. Stop playing with us, man. Go ahead and get that in. Go ahead and work that up, draw them up, and get it going. Because that's what we want to see. You got us waiting and everything. Sorry, it's just a part of me just wants to see this. You know, I'm tired of reading it. I want to see it, but I'm Jay Muscle. This is Speak Your Game, and I'm going to catch y'all next time.